Hi everyone, Julia here. Hello from Sweden and welcome to a new video. And I decided to start a new junk journal. I think it will be my junk journal for the rest of this year probably. I don't think that I will start something else, maybe except a small pocket journal when mine is full. Then maybe I will start another one, but I don't think that I will start another junk journal. Maybe in autumn already. For a few years I had autumn junk journal, and autumn is my favorite season, so maybe in autumn, I'm not sure, but I want this journal to be my journal for spring and summer, and then let's see, depends if I will finish it or not. Maybe it will be also autumn journal. I made this journal a while ago, last year, and I think I already showed it on this channel and also on my Instagram page, and I even have a flip through of this journal, like how it looks inside when it's still empty. I will leave you a link to that video so you can see how this journal looks inside. There basically I showed all the pages, but only the first signature, because I made this journal in traveler's notebook style, so basically it's possible to take out these signatures when they are full. And first I made this cover, and I made it for 2 signatures, but back then I made only one signature, only this first signature. And this second signature I made already this year, sometime in January, when I decided that I want to work in this journal probably in spring. So I decided to make another signature, and in this signature I just used all the beautiful vintage papers that I have for a while and that I just keep but don't really use. I decided just to make a signature out of these beautiful papers and finally use them, not just to hoard them and don't use at all, but basically just use them for something. And I think this beautiful journal is a great way to use this beautiful vintage paper. Many of these are from advent calendar from Postal Love that I had this year, and or already last year, and that I showed also in my Instagram. So many papers are from her, and there are also some other papers. So yeah, I just decided that it's time to use these beautiful vintage papers for something. And as you can see with these 2 signatures, my journal is already quite chunky, but it's okay. The good thing that I always can remove one of the signatures and work just in one first and then in the second, and just easily exchange them for something else. So I don't think that it will be a problem. And in this journal, especially in the first signature, I already have many pages that I actually want to keep as they are. Like, for example, something like this. I don't think that I will add something here. And I also have already here quite a few different pockets with journaling cards and tags and stuff like this. And the reason why I took out this journal now and why I decided to start it, it's that I want to use it mostly as a diary, like combination of junk journal and diary. I have here really a lot of writing space, like also, for example, some pages like this, and there are really many pages like this. So I want to use these pages for journaling, for like writing a diary, because I remember that earlier writing about my feelings on paper always helped me at least a bit to relax and calm down. So I thought that I will use this journal for this purpose. Let's see how it will go. So I'm going to make mostly very simple pages in this journal, just something that will help me to relax at least a little bit, hopefully. And I also have quite a few things that I would like to include here, just to keep them here in this beautiful journal. Just different things from other people, some things that were sent to me by my pen pals. Also recently I received a few orders that I made in the beginning of February with beautiful handmade items from other artists from Instagram, so some things like this. So and that's also something that I would like to include to this journal, and it's already ready, and I would like to have this pretty things here in this journal. I also have a few beautiful vintage items that I never used and that I never knew where to put them because they're kind of too pretty, and I just was hoarding them for a while, but I think it's time to use them and not just to keep them in some box somewhere. I have a few beautiful vintage postcards that I would like to have in this journal, and just different items. For example, this postcard, also one of the postcards that my mom gave me when I was in Ukraine last time, and that's one of her old postcards, and I really like it. I think it's super cute. I would like to include it in this journal somewhere. So I decided that this journal will be a collection of those things that I was just hoarding for a while. Some pretty vintage items, like also this postcard is from Visby, from city where I lived last year before I moved here to Kristianstad, where I live now. This is a very old postcard from Visby, and I bought this in a local second-hand shop in Visby. I think it's also very, very pretty. Also, I really like combination of all these vintage papers, and I think many of these papers, like for example this, I won't cover with anything. I don't want to cover this pretty old papers. I can write something on the back, like for example here, or glue something down here, but I don't think that I will cover this. Maybe it just will stick here some things, like with the paper clips, for example, some postcard like this with a paper clip, or some tag or something like this, but I don't think that I will cover these papers there. I think that they are too pretty to be just covered with something else. I think it will be some kind of meditation, relaxation journal for me. I hope it will help me at least a bit to calm down and relax. At the moment it's not really possible, but at least maybe for some short time. And in case if you are interested about any updates, it's basically still the same. Today is 16th of March when I'm filming this. I really have no idea when I will be able to edit this video and to upload it on YouTube. Maybe this week, but most likely already next week, maybe Monday next week or so. Something that I want to do today, that's basically just to start with this journal and maybe to add a few things. I don't think that I will make something complicated today or anytime soon. I just want to make something easy and nice, something that also is relaxing for me. So I think I just will start basically from adding some things to this journal. And I think I will start from the beginning. I usually fill my journals very randomly and just choose pages that I like somewhere in the middle, or just absolutely randomly, but I think with this journal I just will go chronologically and just will start from the beginning. The cover of this signature is decorated, and I really like this beautiful lady. It's a old cabinet card, I guess, something like this, like old beautiful photograph, and really like this lady. And also this one on the cover, that was a postcard also from the same second-hand shop in Visby that this postcard is, and a few other probably that you will see later. So the cover here is already decorated and I won't change anything here. Then these two pages here are also kinda ready. I really like this vintage postcard and I want to leave it here. And I think I will leave it exactly like this and just don't want to add anything else. This page also is already kind of decorated and very pretty. There is this vintage ticket, and I thought that maybe I can add here something small, like maybe some small animal cut out or bird or something like that, maybe an owl actually. And so I think I will take this little book that I already showed in one of the previous videos. I really love this owl illustrations from this book, and like in general all these illustrations. There are birds of prey in the beginning and different kinds of birds of prey, and second part of the book is full of beautiful owl images. So I think I will use one of these owl images, maybe this one actually. Yeah, I think I will use this illustration, and I just will cut out this half of the page. Something like this, and just will cut them out. And now I just will glue them down, these two cute owls. I think they fit here perfectly. I really like how they look here in this corner of the page. Something like this. I also found this stamp, so I think I will glue it down here like this. Maybe I also will use this left over from the page with owls. Okay, something like this. So super simple, but I like how this looks. So I think I'm done with this page. This one I will leave for journaling, and maybe today, a bit later or in the evening, I will start to write something in this journal. So I think this page I just will leave as it is, or maybe just will add something tiny here, maybe some tiny details. Let's see. I think I maybe will add one of my own stickers, this self-made stamped stickers that at the moment I really like to make and make very often, and I really like to use them in my journals. I think this one is really cute with a mouse. I think this cute mouse will look nice here. Okay, I think now this page is ready for journaling. This one is just a newspaper page. So I think this one I can cover, and would like to add something here, some of those nice things that I chose for this journal. So I think on this page I will add this beautiful tag or card, or I don't know how to call it. This one is from Carolina. I will leave a link to her Instagram page and her shop, where sometimes she has sales and sells her handmade things like this, for example. And I ordered a few things from her in February, and my order came with a lot of extras, like some things like this, for example, these papers or this, and a few more things. I think I will include probably pretty much all those things to this journal. Like, for example, this tag is also from her. So yeah, I want to use one of the things, and I think it's really pretty, and I don't want to add too many things. I just want to kind of to frame it a little bit. So I will use a few of the papers that she also sent me with my order, and just will glue everything down. So it will be kind of like a small collage. And actually, pink is not my favorite color at all, but I noticed that in spring, like especially in spring, I like to use some pink papers, some pink things, but I don't really like a very bright pink, like for example, like something like this here. That's not my color at all, but for example this one, this kind of like dusted pink, beautiful. So sometimes I like to use colors that I don't usually use. I really like the layers of this tag or card, that there is paper and lace and fabric and some small decorations like this, and also this flowers, and that there are many layers and that it's very textured. I think I also will add here this ticket. And I want to stamp something here, some little sentiment. So I will use this stamp that says "Live in the moment," and just will stamp it somewhere here. Maybe also one stamp on top. I have another one which says "Focus on present." So, oh, that was not very good stamping. Yeah, as you can see, that one turned out not very nicely, but it's okay, can happen sometimes. Okay, I just stamped it again on a small paper scrap, so I just would glue it down like this to cover that not very beautiful stamping. I have a feeling that also something else here would be nice, maybe a butterfly or something. So I will search for a butterfly. Maybe I will add a one or two butterflies somewhere here. Okay, I found a few that are already cut out. So I think I will add maybe one or two butterflies here, something like this. Maybe one over here. I will glue this down. Okay, now it's ready, and I have to say that I like how all this turned out. And here I will start to journal today a bit later, and probably also will continue on, and I will see, maybe I will add something else in the next video. Maybe I already will show you a few more ready pages, and also will make something else. So I hope you liked this journal with me video and this new journal, and that you will join me for the next journaling videos, probably then next week. Thank you again for all your support and kind messages and comments, and thank you for watching. See you in my next videos. Bye!